you, and like the beard will be so mighty that like you won't be able to see my face. Like it'll just be beard all the time. And you started live recording, didn't you? And as the whole conversation, the beginning of this is going to be me talking about how glorious my beard will be at one point. Oh, that's fantastic. Hey, Google Pluses, how are you doing? Oh, God. We should just like play D&D 5e like this podcast. We'll just roll up characters, and we'll do that instead.
That's the thing we could do, or we could not do that and just do what we usually do.
We could do that too, I suppose. I mean, there is that. I'm still itching to do Soupcast, but that's me. Sorry, I'll shut up about that.
Less said about that.
Indeed.
Here's hoping. I'm already like half a second behind myself.
Sweet.
Can't win.
You can too. You can too. I believe in you, Adam. I believe in you. I believe in you.
Yeah.
I do. Hi, Google.
Yeah. There we go. Okay.
Hi, Google.
I apparently just had to unplug and replug my. Why the fuck is he up?
Woo, my. Something going on in the background.
Cat war.
Cat War. Catcast. Ooh, yeah. Catcast, Soupcast, Beardcast.
New shit reappears. So he knows something's going on, and he's upset about it because Lukey hates change. And since
Like
he can't
changes
figure
in
it out,
like
then
pennies, quarters, nickels.
exactly. We have a room full of nickels now. And since he can't take it out on the humans, he's taking it out on the ginger. Because he.
Aww, poor Ginger.
So. That's the thing that's happening in my house right now. It's cat war. There's Ginger. There's Ginger. Right over there.
Oh, over on that side. Catcast.
You still gonna be a holy terror?
Can I user? See, I don't know.
What are you drawing?
Sorry, nothing. I was like, what does that button do? How do I close out of that? There we go. Let's close out a draw.
All right.
I wasn't sure what I was doing. Oh yeah!
Are you ready to record?
Yeah, I think. Let me double check something real quick.
Blah 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 blah.
Test.
Test 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 test. This is a test. Test. This is
a test. It's funny because he's dead. All right. I think that was the first second wrestling theme I ever put on my iPod.
Test?
Yes.
Interesting. That's a nugget you should save for the actual show.
It was either second or third because I think Shawn Michaels and the DX theme ended up on there, and then I think Test was next.
She's so pretty.
All right.
I'm ready.
I want to do a horrible thing.
Episode. Can you hear her?
A little bit. I heard something about pretty.
He would agree with me.
Yeah, but we're in the middle of something.
Yeah, but you're not actually like recording yet.
We're live on Google.
We're live on the Google Pluses. We're scared away our 0 fans.
Yeah, we're not gonna have anybody tonight because Sean's not here. You can show them later. Episode 176.
You should use that for like the beginning part when you like when you always do like your this week's episode, like play that in the background. Fantastic.
It kind of has. I try to use things without lyrics, and that kind of has pseudo weird lyrics.
No, it's not really lyrics. You just play it a little low. Play that. I'm sure there's like a. Is there a breakdown in it?
Don't say it. No, motherfucker. No, please.
I'm sure there's got to be a part where there's no lyrics, like where it's just kind of like
There really isn't, because even in the beginning it says test. This is a test. Anyway,
All right.
volume 4, I think. Volume 4. I want to say volume 4.
Really? Was it that late?
Yeah.
Wow.
Volume 4 was a good album.
It was. I'll go with that. I think
Anyway.
I have 4.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Episode 176 in 3, 2, 1. Record. Beach ball. This is why yours is always a few seconds longer than mine. My computer has to take a shit first.
It does.
This week's episode of The Rundown is brought to you by Luke Harper Eye Drops. When only your eyes can be seen, make sure they're as white as can be with Luke Harper's Eye Drops. Really? You lasted 9 seconds and then you freaked out, you son of a bitch?
Oh, me?
No. I
was like, I think I feel pretty calm right now.
I overloaded the system in 11 seconds.
Wow. That's really good timing.
So we're gonna try this again.
Should I just stop my recording, start over?
Yeah, we're gonna start over. Because I hate myself.
Oh.
And my lack of $2,000 to get a new goddamn computer.
You got a kid. You're never gonna have money again.
Yeah.
I think you have no money now. Oh,
see, the episode. The podcast isn't going to pod fade because of the kid. The podcast is going to go away because my fucking computer explodes. I can't afford to replace it.
It'll just be
That's
me.
why the podcast is going to go away.
You know, if that ever happens, like I'll just release episodes where I'm talking and I'm going to act like I'm talking with you. So like there'll be long pauses, and I'll just make up. I'm just gonna write scripts where like. I'm gonna pretend like I'm talking to you. It's like imaginary friend cast. Like that would be hilarious.
Or you and Sean will just have to carry on my memory until I can afford a new
Carry
computer.
on my wayward Adam. Sorry.
All right, take 2.
Take a doso.
In 3, 2, fingers crossed. Record. This week's episode of The Rundown is brought to you by Luke Harper Eye Drops. When only your eyes can be seen, make sure they're as white as can be with Luke Harper Eye Drops. Hey, it's still working. Excellent. Ken Shamrock said in an interview this week that he deserves to be in the WWE Hall of Fame.
In the celebrity wing?
See, I don't even have to ask the question now. Let's get to the rundown!
Yeah!
The question was, is that not the dumbest thing you've ever heard? And that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Yeah. 5-knuckle shuffle time. Getting in the zone. Are you still singing Test's theme song?
Test. This is a test.
Literally lasting longer than it took for the 2015 Royal Rumble to sell out. It's episode 176 of The Rundown. My name is Adam. I'm your host, and it is Wednesday, November the 5th, 2014. Joining me this week, the man whose beard... That's really all you have to say.
Yeah, that's all you need to say.
Andy's here.
Hey, what's going on, folks? The beard is here. The face is here.
I can't wait to make fun of that goddamn beard every week.
So those of you who don't know what's going on with this beard, if you watch us live on the good old Googles, one of the things that you'll be hearing about this beard as it goes along. I did something for charity. We raise money every year at my employer, looking to try to feed the hungry, and I auctioned off my face basically for money and raised enough money to grow a beard until April. So this is going to be itchy.
That's front runner for episode title.
We're not even talking about a Divas match.
I've decided that what I should do, since it is No Shave November, is what I'm going to do is I'm going to grow my facial hair as a fundraiser. I'm going to grow my facial hair until someone pays me to shave it off.
Oh my! Did you start already? Because we're like 5 days in.
I'm getting violent. I'm getting violent refusal of that concept from my wife in the kitchen. So,
Aw.
I think it would work because when this grows in, it is not a pretty sight, and I think I could get some good money to make sure that it doesn't come in.
There you go. See, the people that paid at my work, they wanted me to look like an idiot, so that's why they paid so much money.
Last year, I asked her last year if I should do No Shave November, and she said I could if I wanted to look like a meth addicted homeless pedophile.
Oh my, that's an interesting combination.
That's what happens when this happens.
You just start raping children. That's just
It's sideburns
yes.
and neckbeard. That's all it is.
Oh, gross.
All-
Yeah,
that's
they said
all
that
it is.
they said I shouldn't be allowed to shave my neck beard, but I vetoed that and I said yes, this neck is getting shaved every couple days because that's gross.
No change to the official listener. Glenn Morton is still our official listener.
Because no one loves us.
$5
No one wants to give us
purchase of one copy
money.
of the book. Mike
It's
Deal
money.
does still owe us $10 from about 3 months ago.
But he was prison bound, possibly back in prison. Not gonna speculate. He kind of looks like the Undertaker, like the biker Undertaker in his Facebook photo. So I try not to make the man mad.
Something like that. If you want to be the official listener, go to rundown.podomatic.com and donate at least $36 through the PayPal button
Oh,
on the
man.
right-hand side of the page. Doesn't have to be all at once. It can be in chunks. We like
Yeah,
chunks.
just give us like 20 cents one day. Give us like some a couple pennies the next. Like we're all good.
For just 20 cents a day, you can prevent this facial hair. Or go to gofundme.com/babysalzer and donate money there as well. Then go to tinyurl.com/distant horizons. Buy at least one copy of the chap book and
So I got my payment from Amazon. Like they send out payments like once every like 3 months or something like that.
yeah,
I got like most of my sales have been through Gumroad.com.
yeah.
And but I did get a
You get
payment.
money that way, which
Right,
is
you do, which is nice. I did get a payment through Amazon, so I got a whole $1.40
Yay!
deposited into my bank account the other day, and I was like, oh boy, I'm rolling in the dough now.
yeah.
Making real poetry money right there.
You can get that in nickels and make it rain.
I would make it
Well,
pour.
if it's nickels, would it then be making it hail?
Yeah, I think
'Cause
so.
that shit hurts. Because that hurts. when
That
it
would
hits.
hurt. I'm thinking pennies or dimes would be
If
a
you
little
get-
better.
If you get hit in a downstorm of nickels, that would be painful.
Or 1 and 2/5 dollar bills.
Do you like how we're completely off topic now?
I'm okay with it.
too.
We could talk about that cat in the background.
Let's
Catcast.
let's just not talk about wrestling at all this week.
Wouldn't that be great if like would you think our fans would be pissed at
This
us?
is for 45 minutes. We'll just fuck around.
What do you think our ratings would do if like we did just try this out for a week and just see what happened?
We have ratings.
Yeah. I'm curious. How many downloads did you get on the last episode?
Nah.
Downloads/listens on Podomatic. Did we not talk about that?
I don't check
Don't.
that. It's depressing.
Oh, I should check that out. I had Shadowvane, as you know, shadowvane.net, is going well. The first episode 1 has had almost 250 listens/downloads, which is pretty fantastic. Episode 3 just dropped, just not that long ago, about 4 days ago, and I've got some good feedback on it. I do need some iTunes reviews though, so if you want to go to iTunes and give us a nice little review, that'd be fantastic.
Yay.
Get the plug out of the way early.
Yeah.
Do you want to just talk? We can just talk. Do you think people would be mad? Do you think anyone would notice? I think is a better question.
Yeah.
Like if we release this and no one like even said anything, like what would happen? Like what would happen?
Sal would probably get mad.
That's true. Sal would. I feel like Sal would say something.
And we don't want to get Sal mad, because if we get Sal mad, then we get on Tommy's bad side, and you don't want to be on.
Does Tommy just kind of a preview? Does Tommy talk about Carmella?
I have heard a rumor that Tommy has connections, so we don't want to get on Tommy's bad side.
Why? Oh.
We've made it 7 minutes into the program without talking about wrestling. So let's rewind, shall we?
We're actually gonna do this. All right, let's do it. I was really kind of all for just chatting for a while. I was gonna talk about the stuff I saw on the Nintendo Direct I just watched. We could talk about like We could talk about Pokemans. We could
I
talk
tell you
about
what,
like.
if the listeners write in and decide that this shouldn't be a podcast about wrestling anymore, and we just want to talk about random shit each week, we'll
We'll
do
just call it
that.
the,
But
well,
for
the
now,
rundown, whatever the fuck you want to hear, cast. There we go.
there you go. The Rundown Fuck It podcast. We'll take that idea you had last week about the big drum full of ideas, and we'll just
There you
pull
go.
it out and go, this week we're talking about clowns for half an hour.
Can you imagine just like a 30-minute podcast about clowns? Like we could make a little wrestling reference. Like, remember Doink the Clown? Remember Bozo the Clown? Remember Dink? Do you remember Dink? I remember Dink.
Wink, pink, dink, stink.
Dink, stink,
Anyway.
think. Wait, no, that's not quite right.
What happened on NXT?
Oh yeah, wrestling. So we get a super action-packed hour of wrestling. So much so that Raw and SmackDown should really take notes on how to utilize the talent that they have. We start off with a 5-team.
So I should go back and watch this episode then.
It was good. It was a lot going on. There was a lot of short matches, but it was fine. It was a lot of people wrestling and a lot of action.
All right.
We had a 5-team battle royal to start off. For a shot at the Tag Team Championships held by the Lucha Dragons. At the end, it came down to the Ascension versus the Vaudevillains. Shocker here, though. Hideo Itami distracts the former champs once again to allow Gotch and English to toss them over the top ropes.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, so Vaudevillains, your number one contenders. After the match, the Ascension end up beating down Itami again, who vows revenge at a later date. I want to take a second. Have you seen much or any of Hideo Itami?
I've seen the 2 matches he's had in NXT, and then the one match where he got the shit kicked out of him.
I'm kind of lukewarm on him. Like I don't see the draw that everyone like. Oh my God, it's Kenta. Like he's not that impressive to me. But that's just me. I don't know what your thoughts are.
I really haven't seen enough to judge. I did enjoy the 2 matches that I saw, and I enjoyed the use of the low-key double stomp from the top rope.
You're right.
That
is good. I guess that part is good. I don't know. Maybe it's just the way they're using him with the Ascension right now. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
I have yet. Let's just say I have yet to draw a firm opinion on him.
Okay. His opinion, folks, is flaccid. Carmella takes on Emma. Carmella, our favorite diva, takes on Emma, and WWE's at it again, Adam. They're stealing our gimmick. When she comes to the ring, she takes the mic and says, "Bada bing, hottest girl in the ring." Of course, not quite with the, that like male type accent there, but I feel like she's kind of taken our shtick. Not our shtick really, but but kind of our show shtick in a way. So
that's Tommy's shtick.
I know. Tommy Moltisante's got to be angry by this or really turned on.
I'm going to go with really turned on. You heard his call last week or the week before about how in love he was. So I think he's going to take that as a compliment.
Could possibly. Anyway, Carmella does an amazing, really makes a leg headlock, or whatever you want to call it, a leg lock, headlock, whatever. You wrap your legs around, your twat around, another woman's like face, and it's like she torques back, and it actually looks really impressive and gets a tap-out victory against Emma. Up next, Boldensi takes on Justin Gabriel and picks up his biggest victory to date. Speaking of winning streaks, Baron Corbin beats some jobber who I can't remember his name to continue his winning streak. We get a crazed Marcus Louis who beats the hell out of Sylvester Lefort and looks horrifying while doing so. The main event is Sami Zayn versus Titus O'Neil. Zayn continues his road to redemption with an impressive victory after a good match. Afterwards, Tyler Breeze makes fun of Sami Zayn and challenges him to yet another redemption match for next week. And that is your NXT. Thoughts?
Sounds good.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
We'll have a little bit more on Sami Zayn a little later in the rewind.
Ooh, nice.
Let's talk about a spooktacular SmackDown show.
Ooh, SmackDown, coming to you live, brought to you by the Shadow Vein podcast, shadowvein.net.
You can't afford that.
Sorry. I really can't. Anyway, Halloween comes early with an early statement from Vince McMahon, who has a big announcement.
It didn't come early at all. It was on Halloween.
It's what? It's taped early. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
McMahon has a big announcement for everyone. New subscribers to the WWE Network get a month free in November. Is this a good move? Is this a bad move? Is this the beginning of the end for the WWE Network? Is this the most brilliant part of their campaign? Thoughts?
We'll get more into that when we talk about what happened after Raw.
Okay. All right. We'll save it then. We'll save it.
We'll get to that.
All right. So moving on. We start with a Divas Championship Battle Royal. Deja vu? Anyone here? We just had a Battle Royal at the start of NXT. Battle Royal at the start of SmackDown. And the Divas are shockingly dressed up. Paige comes out dressed up as Summer Rae.
For clarification,
Yes.
it wasn't a Divas Championship Battle Royal.
It was a, number one contendership Battle Royal. I apologize. Paige comes out dressed up as Summer Rae. Natalya comes out as the Queen of Hearts. Naomi is some sort of character from Metal Gear Solid or something.
She's wearing a box?
Yes. Either that or she was dressed up as her vagina. I don't know. I'm not really sure what was going on there. It was a big black box. Anyway, so Summer Rae is dressed up, I believe, as a schoolgirl, slutty schoolgirl. Layla is dressed up as the scariest mime. There's our clown cast right there that I've ever seen. Emma is dressed up as Jane. Where's Tarzan? Rosa Mendez is a sexy zombie nurse, and the fans hate her. Cameron is a sexy cop. Alicia is a sexy firefighter, and Nikki Bella is an ugly as fuck black cat. And backstage, we get a segment showing Brie, who was forced to dress up as her husband, Daniel Bryan, and I have to say was a spitting image of Daniel Bryan, beard and all. And we get a little segment where Nikki forces Brie to leave, driving a very far distance while keeping the costume on. Yes.
To channel Sean here.
Yes.
Bearded clam and all?
Yes. Maybe. I don't know. They didn't really
Why
show
did you
that.
stop recording?
What's that?
Fuck.
Are you
My thing
right?
stopped recording. It's alright.
Oh, that's good. I'll just keep going. And you'll just blend in your silence, unless you want me to wait.
Mhm.
All right,
Go
going ahead. Is it going to take a while to come back? All right, here we go. This will be funny because it'll be one side of a conversation. Anyway, so that was Brie
I'll
backstage.
fill in later.
Also, at ringside is the Divas champion, AJ Lee, who is dressed as a ghost. And by dressed as a ghost, I mean she had a T-shirt on that said boo. Female battle royals are lame, as we all know. And there's a weird scene between Layla. My favorite part is a weird scene between Layla, who is playing up as a mime, and then gets beat up by Paige. But then Layla starts pulling tissue paper from Paige's bra. She was patting her bra to make herself look more like Summer Rae. They eventually the whole shenanigans ends, and eventually it's Nikki Bella who becomes the number one contender for the Divas Championship. So there you go, Nikki Bella. Moving on, your number one contender. Kane and Seth Rollins cut a promo reminding us of the impending Trick or Street fight. Get it? Trick or Street fight? Match between Cesaro and Dean Ambrose later tonight. This leads to a match between Kane and the Intercontinental Champion, Dolph Ziggler. Kane wins and then proceeds to inform him that he has a second match against Seth Rollins, and that match is right now. An immediate Seth penalty picks up the victory for Mr. Money in the Bank. We come back from a break. The Wendy's chick is a scarecrow, or a brave crow, I believe is what he called himself. And tonight he gets destroyed by Ryback. Meat on the table, yeah, that's what you are. This Halloween SmackDown's gone way too far. During the match, Ryback gets tricked when he pulls a fake hand from Slater. There's an awkward moment between the two of them, and Ryback holding the fake hand and staring at Slater. And then finally, a meat hook, and Shell Shock makes short work of Wendy's girl. The Exotic Express is trick-or-treating backstage and run into Golden Stardust being all weird. The next door they knock on is Sin Cara dressed up as a Ninja Turtle. And then the next one is R-Truth dressed up as a Ku Klux Klan member. Okay, maybe he was a ghost, but it looked a little more like the KKK to me, and it was really kind of amusing. R-Truth just kind of was like, boo! And then he pulls off.
I'm sure he said it exactly like that too.
He pulls off the sheet. He's like, nah, it's me, R-Truth. It's like, what the hell? Ghost Truth. Rose seems a bit unhappy here because R-Truth rubs in the fact that he's been upstaged lately by a bunny rabbit, and Rose is not very happy about this. And then Truth gives Adam Rose a rock. Literally a giant rock. I guess they're gonna go find the Great Pumpkin. So that's the only thing I could think of. The only reference I got from that is it's got to be a Charlie Brown reference. So yeah, dissension possibly between the bunny rabbit and Adam Rose, because that could become a thing now.
Yay!
Up next, it's Mizdow time. They invite Mark Henry on his TV to explain his heel turn number 257. Big Show turns up, and it becomes a brawl when Henry gets the better of the Show and sends him through a barricade at ringside. Gold and Stardust lose to Los Matadores. So there's that. Backstage, Eric Rowan is watching See No Evil 2. Kane shows up to join him in a very odd segment where they sit and they watch TV together. There may have been something I missed after this. I don't know. I was doing schoolwork because that's my life. And but anyway, when I started paying attention again, Bray Wyatt emerged from the back with a smoking lantern. Nice touch. He cuts a promo. Pretty creepy and good overall. Then we get our trick or street fight match between Cesaro and Ambrose. We get odd decorations surrounding the ring for this match. Some of the brighter moments include pumpkins being smashed everywhere, a candy corn-colored kendo stick, and Ambrose riding a witch's broom from the top rope through a table on the outside. Ambrose picks up a big victory. And that is your Halloween SmackDown.
Interesting.
Indeed. So, tell me about Raw.
We open Raw with, of all people, Vince McMahon.
Oh my God.
Oh, and the Authority were there too. Vince announces the free network promo, then says the Team Authority versus Team Cena is a 5-on-5 traditional Survivor Series match, and that if Team Authority loses, then they will no longer be the Authority.
Oh.
Their exit is interrupted by Dean Ambrose. When we come back, the Authority wish Vince a safe limo ride home. Then it's Ambrose versus Cesaro again. Cesaro gets his head busted open, and we get a new version of the Sheep Gut to take us to commercial. When we come back, Bray is watching from his rocking chair on the stage. Dean wins with the dirtier deeds. Then Sheep Cut, empty rocking chair.
What makes it dirtier? Is it X-rated?
Because it's a different move.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure for the live crowd, that looked nothing like Bray Wyatt just walking away. Miz pins Jimmy after a distraction by Mizdow leads to a super kick from Jay to Mizdow, then to the super kick from Jay to Mizdow to the crowd's vocal disapproval. Then during Sheamus's entrance, they announced that on the network after Raw, Rusev fights for the United States Championship.
My predictions. It's like they're listening to our show.
Well, but first, Sheamus has to beat up Tyson Kidd. Tyson wins by countout, though, when he uses Natalya as a human shield and slides back in the ring at 9. He then eats a bro kick. When we come back, the Authority try to convince Dolph to join Team Authority, or at least convince him not to join Team Cena. Spoiler alert, doesn't work.
Yeah, that's really shocking.
Because of that, Hunter gives Seth an Intercontinental title match that begins immediately. Yeah, the computer freaked out for a second. That match ends when Orton appears out of nowhere to RKO Seth. Backstage, Orton yells at the Authority and demands a match against Seth tonight.
Tonight.
admits that he needs Orton on Team Authority. Then, eyeballs.
Ooh.
When we come back, Titus O'Neil wants a spot on Team Authority.
Yeah, because that works out since he's been on NXT this whole time.
Meat on the table, yeah, that's what you are.
Ooh, twofer.
It's cute that Titus thinks he's a big star.
It's true.
That goes as you'd expect. Backstage, Big Show volunteers for Team Cena. We then get the technical classic that is Mark Henry versus the Big Show.
That sounds awful.
Match ends when Mark gets himself disqualified by hitting Show with the ring steps. He then World's Strongest slams Big Show on the bottom half of the steps. Backstage, the Authority want Mark Henry on their team.
Who doesn't want Mark Henry on their team?
AJ on commentary when he come back, but first Renee has to talk to Brie Bella. They're interrupted by Nikki. Then Eric Rowan appears to stroke Renee's hair and call her pretty.
Oh, that's weird. That's not creepy at all.
Tonight, Nikki pins Emma. After the match, Nikki orders Brie to slap AJ, and AJ chases her off. We then come back for a vignette for Xavier Woods, where he pretends to be Preacher James Brown. Is that racist?
A little. I'd say so.
Did you watch Main Event?
I did not watch Main Event.
Okay, because the promo was on Main Event, too. Then Rusev beats up Zack Ryder. After the match, they talk. Then Sheamus comes out and talks. They'll fight after Raw only
Oh!
on the WWE Network.
Hell yeah.
Fernando pins Stardust after El Torito causes a distraction with the Miz's and Goldust. So I guess we're supposed to take them seriously now?
I guess. At least for now.
Finally, it's
They
Main Event
realize
time.
they have no tag teams.
As Randy Orton takes on Seth Rollins, Orton counters the Seth penalty with a power slam, then the Hangman's DDT. Seth then counters the RKO with a backslide for 3.
Nice.
After the match, as promised, he shakes everyone's hand, then RKOs Seth, tosses Kane in the Nuges, and almost punts Seth, but Hunter intervenes. Hunter tries to calm Orton down, Orton clocks him, then everyone beats up Orton. He ends up taking a Seth penalty on the table, which busts open his forehead, then another Seth penalty on the steps, and he's injured and is going to be out for a few weeks so he can film a movie. Oh, and after the show, exclusively on the WWE Network, Rusev beat Sheamus for the United States Championship when Sheamus passed out in the Accolade.
Interesting. Very, very interesting that they did that. It's weird to me that they wrestled. Both of them wrestled earlier in the night. If they were going to do that, like, why wouldn't they? And this is where you will be like, well, who gives a fuck? Because it's Russo. But Russo made a good point in what I was reading earlier from one of his discussions on this Raw. Why did they have them wrestle each in their own match instead of actually just building up the match they're going to have later a little bit more, like, you know, in some way? Like, I don't know. I feel like the matches, the way you described, didn't do much to build up that match.
No, it didn't at all, but, you know.
And it seemed kind of sudden, like all of a sudden, like, let's just put these two together and have him drop the title. Like, don't not even do it at a pay-per-view. Like, that's kind of weird.
On the network during a free month, so people will pay for the network, because you never know what you're going to see.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sold on that.
It's the same reason they occasionally do title changes at house shows.
Yeah, I suppose. So that way people keep going to the house shows.
Yeah. Sorry, live events.
So yeah, sorry. What are you thinking?
So,
Yeah.
new United States champion.
I called it
Yeah.
a long time ago,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty excited about that. I hope that they do it well and they keep him champion for a good amount of time and they make him continue to dominate until your Olympic hero Kurt Angle somehow manages to come up with a contract deal and then he too loses. So I feel like I don't know who's the guy who's going to beat him, and how long will it take? Do you think? Is there someone on the roster right now, or are they going to use that to build up, like, let's say, a future NXT talent coming over to get the win against Rusev?
I think it'll be the Patriot.
Oh, good Lord, stop that right now. Mr. America.
Yes. A returning Mr. America.
In a world where Russians rule the United States Championship. There's only one, Mr. America.
I want to see them have a Russian championship now.
Oh yeah, I think it'd be great. I think just piss all over the fans. They'll eat it. They'll eat it up with the booze. Completely.
Yeah.
Cheap heat or not, it's a good move. It's the best move they can make with him.
Because nobody gave a shit about Sheamus as champion anyway.
No one did. Absolutely. I mean, it was a waste of a title sitting on him as it was. So give it to someone who can actually gain something from it.
Yeah.
And build up some good rivalries and build up some stars to like challenge him. Throw a bunch of baby faces at him to challenge him, and have him keep knocking him down left and right. But give him the time to actually build up the feuds and try to at least show him as kind of tough, but not really completely push him down because they just can't beat the unstoppable monster. Maybe they can beat other people, but they just weren't quite good enough yet to beat the unstoppable Rusev. I don't know, just a thought.
We'll see what happens.
Indeed we will.
Maybe it'll be Neville or something.
He's not American. It needs to be an American. It has to be someone who is like a Hogan, or like the level of like the idea of like being an American, a real American. Like your Lex Luger type. It needs to be someone who's like super American.
They don't have a character like that yet, right?
Not yet, but you've got lots of time to build Rusev up as a character by keeping that title on him until they can find the right person.
Watch it be Mojo Rawley.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Can Mojo be the chosen one? Please, can Mojo be the chosen one?
No.
Oh my God, that'd be great.
No.
I stay hyped! You're U.S. champion! Woo! Yeah!
I would rather kill myself.
That'd be like the best. Oh, I really hope that happens. Hey, my last prediction was true. Maybe this one will come true. I'm calling it here. Mojo will be the new United States champion when he becomes the hero of all individuals ever and defeats the evil Russian Rusev.
No.
It will happen.
No.
It's canon. It's been decided.
No. 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 No.
You love it. You secretly are a hyped up guy. A hyper. I try to think of it. What does he call his fans?
Idiot.
To main
There you
event.
go.
Hey, you froze. Are you back? Hey, we'll go back. Well, moving on to.
You froze, and then you
main
came
event?
back, and then
What?
I don't know what's happening.
Main event time. Let's do this.
Please don't. I need a new computer. On main event, Jey Uso pins Stardust.
Ooh.
Curtis Axel then makes his grand return to pin Justin Gabriel.
Ooh.
Tyson Kidd then pins Sami Zayn with a handful of tights and a shoulder up.
Really? Good old Sammy made it on main event.
Yep. Man, he should have won, but that's another thing. And Bray Wyatt pins Sin Cara in your main event.
Wait, Sin Cara versus that's not.
Yep.
Interesting that they used Sin Cara and they used. You said Justin Gabriel too? No, who's the other? There's a bunch of NXT people on there.
Justin Gabriel, Tyson Kidd, Sami Zayn.
Yeah, and Sin Cara. It's like 4 NXT superstars on your main event. That's interesting. I kind of like the idea of crossing over your
already
NXT and your...
WWE superstars.
Well, yeah, but I like the idea of like crossing over your NXT with your WWE main roster on that show, because like it's the main event. You never know what you could see. You could see like some NXT guys, some WWE guys. If they kind of build it that way, that'd be pretty cool, actually.
Listener mail.
Hey, Rundown. This is Sal, and I'm calling this week to talk about some things that I disagree with Andy about. And since I am the voice of the voiceless, I thought that maybe
He is voiceless.
I didn't realize that would freeze it. That'd pause it.
He is voiceless, isn't he? Oh, he's going to disagree with me. I say bring it.
have a nasty feel about some of his opinions. First and foremost, when I talk about Hell in a Cell, and I completely disagree with Andy when he talks about Bray Wyatt's appearance at Hell in a Cell ruined the Seth Rollins Dean Ambrose match. I mean, it's crap. Here's the thing. It was the perfect way for Bray Wyatt to return. It put Ambrose in a new feud. It reminded me of a classic time at Hell in a Cell when a very young Kane did the exact same thing to The Undertaker, and Shawn Michaels got the pinfall. I don't think that made Shawn look weak, and I don't think it makes Rollins look weak. I think Andy's not looking at the bigger picture here. The bigger picture is that Seth Rollins came out with the win. He's going to go on to other things.
Andy's taking notes.
I am.
And now we have a very, very good feud with a crazy Dean Ambrose and a psychotic Bray Wyatt. So I don't know what Andy's talking about. Also, to disagree with Andy, the Bellas match was trash. It was not good. Even the AJ Page match was better than the Bellas match. I don't know why he thinks it was a decent match. It was not. It's the friggin' Bellas. They can't put on a decent match. And every time they do put on a decent match, there's somebody like AJ and Page that put on a better match. So they're not even the best Divas match on the card? Ugh. Now, I don't remember if Andy made his opinion about this, but the other thing I was going to say is that Survivor Series, with his traditional Survivor Series, Team Cena versus Team Authority, not too excited about that. I mean, it can't be worse than last year's Survivor Series main event, which was Big Show against Randy Orton. Ooh, I know everybody's trying to forget about that, but this year, I don't know what they're going to do with that. But in that being said, I don't see the Dust Brothers defending their tag team titles. I see them on the side of either the Authority, or most likely the Authority, and then the Usos on Cena's side. So they won't be defending those tag team titles anytime soon. So they don't need an opponent right now. But I just wanted to make a few comments on that. That's how the people feel. But if Andy wants to go against the people, that's his choice. All right, thanks, guys. Talk to you later.
It'd be a boring show if we all shared the same opinion. But I stand by my comments still. I've softened a little bit on my opinion of the way that main event shook out. I gave myself a little time to think about it, and I don't have quite as harsh of an opinion on that anymore. However, I do have a few things to say. Sal's comment about that reminds him of the same thing that a young Kane did to Shawn Michaels, and it didn't make Shawn Michaels look weak and whatnot. That just brings up, it's the same thing. That goes back to what Sean and I talked about on our kind of solo episode that he and I did a few weeks back. It's a lot of the same stuff going on. Like that's not a very good bit of support there. You know, like, be a little more original. I still believe wholeheartedly that bringing in Bray Wyatt was not the best option. And looking at how things have gone right now, where's that storyline? Like, where was that highlighted on Raw? Because I don't remember much of your recap really focusing on how that storyline really has been played up. If you're going to play up that storyline that was part of the main event of the pay-per-view, make that something that permeates throughout your flagship show. You know, I feel like they're already missing an opportunity with these two wrestlers by not making that much more of a focus. If you're gonna use an argument that this is the reason is to take two really hot wrestlers, you know, really at the top of their game right now with the fans, and really build that toward a pay-per-view, then actually build it toward the pay-per-view, because I feel like it's squandered. Aside from like the promo on SmackDown, it sounds like they're squandering what could be a main event level sort of match.
It was on Raw.
Not where was it?
During the Ambrose and Cesaro match.
Mm-hmm.
I told you they had the sheep gut. They went to commercial. When
Mhm.
they came back from commercial, Bray was watching the match from the stage in his rocking chair.
hmm
And then at the end of the match, he disappeared.
Yeah. Okay. So what? That's stupid.
You're
Just
stupid.
saying. That's not building. That's not building anything. That's just
You're not.
that's teasing it a little bit, and
You're
I don't
teasing
know.
it.
Whoa, are we? It's that kind of cast. It is After Dark over in my part of the world. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have my opinion. Sal has his. If we all had the same opinion, this would be a really boring podcast. So
I disagree with one thing, one particular thing that Sal postulated, and that's that these Dustbusters would end up on Team Authority. No.
you don't think so? You know, I will stand by, as much as this will make me hated in the wrestling community, I still will stand by that the Bella match was not bad. I will still stand by that was a pretty good match. And maybe I need to go back and rewatch it, and that would change my opinion, but I think in the moment watching it, it was a pretty good match.
All right.
All right.
If you want to be in the listener mail segment, send your listener mail to rundownwrestling@gmail.com or leave us a voicemail at 206 202 6478 206 20
Angst.
angst. Which brings us to the showdown this week.
Oh, I forgot about this. It was tied, and I didn't
It was
vote
tied.
still.
Our matchup was Rosie O'Donnell versus Donald Trump, going up against Fake Diesel and Fake Razor.
Oh, God.
For the love of God, don't keep reminding me that this happened.
Which one?
It was
Who
a tough
knows?
choice, but this was worse. Neither one should have happened. Yuck. Anything
Lord.
fake versus anything fake automatically wins at sucking.
I love how these are all vague. Like, I have no idea who's winning right now.
I know, because they were both involved fake things, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Say hello to the fake guy. The story of Hall and Nash getting more money due to WWF's stunt, the fact that it related to the end included the use of real wrestlers, makes the fake Diesel and Razor far, far more palatable than Vince's pop culture pandering bullshit. As much as watching those two break themselves, it's never cool when people try to wrestle that aren't wrestlers. It undercuts the skill of the roster. It's also why the Divas division has sucked for so long. It's getting better, but it used to be a bunch of models stripping instead of actual wrestlers. Don't get me wrong, I love me some puppies, but don't expect models or actors or rich jackasses to work in the ring.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, those were wrestlers dressed up as Rosie and Trump. Wasn't actually Rosie and Trump.
Right, right.
And the last one. So, by margin, 1 vote.
Nice.
57-43. Moving on to the second round. Just gonna watch her eat cake. Rosie versus Trump moves on to the second round.
I love the double bird from your wife in the background. That was glorious. If you're watching, you need to go back about given the banter at the beginning, I'm going to say 50 some minutes into the actual recording, just to watch his wife give him the dirtiest look I've ever seen one person give another, and then flip the Stone Cold double bird. It was pretty fantastic.
So, our next matchup.
Ooh, this is like the best part, is just hearing these things. They're part of it.
We have Stephanie.
Stephanie, that's it. Just Stephanie McMahon, the worst thing ever. Just get her out of here.
Stephanie McMahon, let's call it going all exorcist on Vicky Guerrero.
Oh God.
And violently throwing up on her because Roman Reigns poisoned their coffee. He's a good guy.
The face, poisoning coffee.
versus Hornswoggle. I need not say more, but specifically Hornswoggle as Vince McMahon's son.
Ugh. Yeah, I think I got a favorite on that one.
So head on over to our Facebook page, click the link, and vote for which of those you think was worse. Of course, Vince's son, was originally supposed to be Mr. Kennedy. But he ended up doing something stupid, as I recall.
Yeah.
And it ended up being Hornswoggle.
There
And then
you
it
go.
wasn't actually Hornswoggle. Turned out Hornswoggle was actually Finley's son.
That's compelling television right there. You can see those moments live on the WWE Network.
It took all I had just to not nominate Hornswoggle just by himself.
Just as his own category, like
He's
just
in a couple. He's in two or three of these. So
the Looney Tunes skit on there.
What's that?
Is him doing the whole Looney Tunes skit throughout that episode on there?
Pretty sure.
Is that because that actually was kind of entertaining, but it was bad still. It was bad entertaining, and yeah, whatever. Oh, I'm tired.
Moving on to the news this week.
Let's news it up.
First couple stories are follows up from last week. So, as previously reported, WWE superstar Cesaro made comments in an earlier interview where he said, quote, "I mean, I'm sick of seeing John Cena against Randy Orton for the 500th time," unquote. There was speculation online, we mentioned it last week, that Cesaro is being punished for those remarks. However, a report says that this is not the case. According to the report, a source claimed that Cesaro is not being punished for what he said in the Liverpool Echo interview. The feeling backstage in WWE is that Cesaro's remark was taken out of context, so he's not in the doghouse, and apparently he did not receive any heat from management for what he said.
Well, that's good. At
So
least,
he just lost 2-0 at Hell in a Cell for no fucking reason.
Because creative can't write a good match. There we go.
No fucking reason. Next!
Washa-sha!
Also following up on something last week, in a statement to the Washington Post, WWE denied reports that The Undertaker has taken a backstage role in NXT. A spokesperson saying merely, "The reports are inaccurate." The spokesperson would not comment on if Undertaker was in talks to work with NXT, and they did not comment on Undertaker's rumored retirement.
Well, that's sad if that's the case. If that's really, honestly, he's not working with NXT, that just kind of, that's NXT's loss. I guess maybe that makes me wonder, is he really really in the pipeline for retirement? Is he done?
There's only one way to find out.
How was that?
Whether or not on a random episode of Raw in late February, early March, the lights just randomly go out.
I don't want to wait. I want to know now.
Yeah.
I'm impatient.
Next! According to PW Insider, WWE's recent application for a trademark on the name Kevin Owens is for Kevin Steen's official NXT and WWE ring name. The site reports that the name may come from the name of Steen's son. Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens.
Not bad.
Gotta love how WWE just likes to change everyone's name. They can't possibly
Own it.
leave with their name.
Own it.
Why can't you just be Kevin Steen? Maybe he'll be better than Kenta at least.
Because WWE didn't make Kevin Steen.
Well, that's stupid.
And WWE can't make real money off of Kevin Steen because WWE doesn't own Kevin Steen, but they own the name Kevin Owens, and they can make money off of Kevin Owens merchandise.
Yeah, I guess. We'll see. Like I said, as long as he's better than Kenta, then maybe they'll make decent money off him.
Next!
Washa-sha!
This might be my favorite note of the week. This is for all you trivia buffs out there. According to the Wrestling Observer, the Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins main event at Hell in a Cell has an interesting stat attached to it. It's doing that half-second delay thing. It's fucking me up. The main event was the first match since the 1994 Survivor Series that two superstars under the age of 30 headlined a singles match on pay-per-view.
Really?
To make it more interesting, that match on November 23rd of 1994 featured Yokozuna and The Undertaker.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. There's a little bit of trivia for you. That's kind of cool though. Like, I thought you were gonna make a comment about like the first one since John Cena's main evented, but I was like, was he around in '94? That seems a little early. Seems a little early. I could be wrong. It's
the first one in almost 20 years.
Wow.
To have both superstars under the age of 30 in the main event.
That's pretty crazy. I have to admit that is a neat little factoid.
It was crazy by itself, and then the fact that the last one, in a note about matches featuring superstars under 30,
yeah,
the last one featured The Undertaker.
The Undertaker is that? Yeah, that's crazy.
Next.
Wash.
It's a lot of small news this week. I want to include this because you mentioned part of it. You didn't mention all of it. Last week's episode of SmackDown featured WWE's video of Vince McMahon announcing a free month of the WWE Network,
right,
leading to the crowd chanting "Yes" with him.
Right.
However, the crowd was not originally chanting "Yes" for Vince. At the live taping in Houston, they were led in a chant by The Big Show after Big Show told them that Daniel Bryan would need another surgery. So the yes chants were for Daniel Bryan.
Okay.
And then edited into SmackDown to supposedly support a free month of the network.
One, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Two, why were they chanting yes to like Daniel Bryan needs to go back for more surgery? Yes, like that's what I would chant. But other people, that seems weird.
I don't think they were chanting in sort of support of surgery. They were chanting in support of Daniel Bryan.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that
yes,
makes...
yes.
But that's fucked up. That they literally took they spliced audio and to subvert. Wow. It's brilliant.
SmackDown? Heavily edited? I don't believe it.
I mean, it is brilliant. I give him credit for that. But, wow. Bold. Very bold.
Next.
What?
And finally this week.
Oh, did you poop a little?
Sorry. Sad news.
Why? What? What is it? Did Daniel Bryan die?
No, I said sad news. You wouldn't.
Oh, sorry.
Bastard.
Did the bunny die?
WWE.com posted the following this week.
Let's
see, yesterday. Announcing that Bo Dallas was injured.
I saw this.
For a while.
Aww.
Saying, quote, WWE.com has learned that Bo Dallas has suffered an injury to his left foot. As a result, Dallas is expected to be out of action for 6 to 8 weeks.
Now, to be fair, if they're smart, they could still keep him on TV and make him relevant still because he can talk. The fact that he can talk is his saving grace. He's not like a Roman Reigns where it's like, and now let's go to Roman Reigns and talk about how things are going. How's it going? Good. Thanks, Roman. Now let's go back to action. With Bo can make.
And I know.
Not wrestling
but
work.
I'll be back before you know it.
Yeah, he could like totally.
Believe.
He could totally like have someone wrestle for him as a believer, and like wrestle all of his matches for him, and he talks at the beginning of all of them, and he's set.
Damien Isbo.
Oh, I love it. Damien Isbo. Do it.
Maybe Sambo.
Sanbo. Isn't that like a type of martial arts?
Samba is a dance.
Oh.
Not the Mexican hat.
Oh, sorry. That's a little racist. I apologize.
Da,
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 da, da, da, da.
da, 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 da. What was test? Do 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 do.
I'm in a little piece. That does it for the rundown for this
Oh, sweet mercy.
Wednesday, November 5th, 2014. 251 days
Oh my.
since Adrian Neville won the NXT Championship.
What?
I had to go to NXT.
NXT?
I had to go to NXT because if I had stayed in the WWE, you would just get pissed off at the end of the show each week.
Why? What is it? Who would it have been?
Because the longest reigning champion in WWE right now is Brock Lesnar. See?
NXT
So,
it is.
yeah. 251 days since Adrian Neville won the NXT Championship. Liberty States returns Saturday, November 15th to the John McCarthy Elementary School in Peabody, Massachusetts. Go to libertystateswrestling.com or search for Liberty States Wrestling on Facebook.
Nice.
APW presents Full Force Elimination 4 on Saturday, November 22nd at the APW Arena at the Newbury Fire Hall in Newbury, Massachusetts. Go to AtlanticProWrestling.com or search for the event on Facebook for that as well. Lucky Pro Wrestling returns to Clinton, Massachusetts on Friday, December 5th. I will not be ring announcing that show, but if I go to that show, I will be doing commentary. So that should be fun. I'm very excited for that. I hope I can still go.
Nice.
Go to luckyprowrestling.com or search for it on Facebook for that event. Follow me on Twitter, at Rundown Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I got a late start to Raw this week, but I did live tweet, kind of. I did get a late start because we had to go out and get shit. But anyway,
He's getting ready. They're nesting. They're getting ready for a baby.
baby.
And you could fund that baby and its life by going to GoFundMe.com/Baby and you can get you can give money. You could give like good messages of goodwill and money and maybe some shiny shells and some money.
Even more money.
More money. You could help him out. Help a guy out.
Send your feedback. Send your Ryback theme songs now that he's back. Send your catchphrase suggestions. Send your fake sponsor. Send your real sponsor. Send your... Oh, never mind. Send your questions to me to answer on YouTube. Send your Dear WWE letters. Send your budget suggestion for Vince. Send your wrestler combinations for Raccoon Reigns to rundownwrestling@gmail.com.
I gotta say, I'm proud of us. We came up with, each of us, a Ryback theme song,
Yeah.
and they were not bad. Both of them were pretty good.
Or give us a call at 206
Ho!
6478 206 20.
Angst. Sorry, I didn't sleep well last night. Angst.
Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/rundown wrestling. If you want to make a donation of the monetary variety, go to rundown.podomac.com and click on the PayPal donate button on the side of the screen. Or is it the right-hand side? One of the sides.
Yeah, it's the right-hand side, I think.
If you donate at least $36 and go to tinyurl.com/distant horizons and purchase at least one copy of the chapbook,
Oh my!
you can be our official listener.
You can be. It can happen.
All
This could happen to
the
you.
perks and notoriety that come along with that.
So many perks. So many perks.
You don't even know. You don't even know what the perks are until you become official listener. That is how secret the perks are.
Yeah, absolutely they are.
They're very good perks.
Mm-hmm. It's good perks, man.
Yeah.
It's good perks.
Watch archived episodes on youtube.com/rundown podcast and circle me on Google Plus at google.com/+AdamRundown.
Circle
Post.
that jerk.
rundownwrestling.blogspot.com. Troy has returned.
Troy!
NXT rankings. I will post that later on this evening once I remember. And go to shadowvane.net.
Hey, that was very quick. Shadowvane.net. Check us out. Podcast is going well. You're good. your amazing host there, Adam, is voicing a character, even though he hasn't gone and listened to his own work. He was asking me today, so how's that audio turning out in your podcast? Listen and you'd find out. Listen and you'd find out.
I have a hard time listening to myself.
Well, just listen to the episodes where you're not on then, and you can see how the audio's going. So there you go.
Kind of takes me out of it where I'm trying to listen to this fictional story and get lost in the universe, and then I'm like, oh, that's me. Anyway.
You live a tormented life, my friend, a tormented life in this world. Just wait, it begins soon.
Search for us on iTunes, another Rundown Wrestling podcast. If you subscribe, you get podcast delivered to you absolutely free each and every week for $0.00. If you can afford a donation of the monetary variety, go to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review because that helps other people find us. If you leave a text review, we will read your name and your review at the end of a future program, like these fine people. Not really fair to have a silence here because iTunes wasn't working for me earlier, so there's probably not a new review, but we can't say for sure.
I don't know.
Thanks! Oh no, we're also on Stitcher at Stitcher.com or the Stitcher app on your iOS or Google device.
You son of a bitch.
Under the Rundown Wrestling podcast, still free, but you don't have to download anything except the app. You stream the episodes straight from their servers to your device. You can choose from tens of thousands of podcasts, but why would you listen to anyone other than this one?
It's true. We had 35 plays and downloads for our last one, according to Podomatic. That's what I just looked.
For mine or for yours?
For yours.
How are you logged into my Podomatic?
I'm not. It just tells you at the bottom of the episode. It says however many plays and downloads for every episode.
Gotcha.
There you go.
Thanks to Tegan Brown for the logo. I got to get on her for a new logo for next year because it's in November now.
Oh my God, what is it going to be? Is it going to be really cool? Is it going to be like fantastic? Is it going to be like the best you've ever seen?
The best around. Stand up to keep you down.
Yeah.
Thanks to everyone for listening. Thanks to Andrew.
You're welcome.
Thanks to Andrew's horrible beard.
Hey. It may be a little patchy now, but by April, it'll be
even worse.
It'll be resplendent, is what it will be.
Oh, resplendent.
I will be the resplendent. That will be my new nickname. Will be the Resplendent Beard. That's my wrestling name.
Andrew the Resplendent. And thanks to I Fight Dragons at ifightdragons.com for the theme song. Next week!
What?
More of the same. Plus,
Oh.
Curtis Axel can call in if he wants, and we can pretend he's relevant.
Ooh. Or you could tell us if you would rather us just sit and talk about random stuff. Let us know, and we will take a week off, and we will just chat, and we'll give it a shot. We'll test run it, and maybe we'll have a good old time. We'll build a little campfire, and we'll tell stories, and we'll make s'mores, and we'll make little faces. And
basically, what we're saying is, if you don't want this podcast to be about wrestling anymore, just let us know. We'll
absolutely. We're malleable. We could talk about soup. It'd be fine.
Not soup.
Ha! Good gazpacho right now. It's
never going to be soup.
Ah. Damn it.
And as always, remember, Jacob, good night. And good luck. And fun. Duh. Go fuck yourselves.
Go watch See No Evil 2.
No, don't do that.
You probably just rather fuck yourself. Just go do that instead.
Night, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
You're the best. Alright. Know that I gotta keep you down. Hi, darling. Sean's no viewers and no commenters, so it's not even worth it.
Aww.
I don't want to say, you know what I mean. Anyway. Goodbye, Google Plus.
Night, Googs.